Ladies and gentlemen, today I want to talk about something that affects us all, whether we realize it or not: comparison. In a world that constantly showcases the lives of others, it's easy to fall into the trap of measuring our worth against someone else's achievements, appearance, or lifestyle. But I'm here to tell you, don't compare yourself to anyone. Each person's journey through life is a story as unique as their fingerprint. It's shaped by a complex interplay of experiences, challenges, opportunities, and choices. When we compare ourselves to others, we overlook this profound truth and try to measure our lives against someone else's. Doing so is not only unfair to ourselves, but also to the intricate web of circumstances that makes each person's life special. Consider how diverse our starting points are. Some people are born into privilege with access to resources and opportunities that make success more attainable. Others begin their lives in challenging environments, facing obstacles from the start. Even with similar circumstances, individual temperaments, values, and goals make every path different. The uniqueness of each journey means that any comparison is inherently flawed. How can you accurately compare your life to someone else's when no two lives are ever lived under the same conditions? Beyond the starting point, our paths are shaped by the choices we make. What may seem like a simple decision to one person can be life-altering for another. Some prioritize career ambitions, others focus on family, and still others dedicate their lives to personal growth or creative pursuits. These priorities influence the way our lives unfold. Comparing your progress or achievements to someone with entirely different goals can lead to unnecessary frustration. What looks like success to them may not even align with your definition of success. Another key factor in our uniqueness is timing. Life doesn't follow a universal timeline. Some people achieve their dreams early, while others take years to find their stride. The world often celebrates those who succeed quickly, making late bloomers feel inadequate. However, history is filled with examples of individuals who achieved greatness later in life. Colonel Harlan Sanders founded KFC in his 60s, and Vera Wang entered the fashion industry at 40. These examples remind us that timing is deeply personal and doesn't diminish the value of what we eventually achieve. When we compare ourselves to others, we also tend to focus on specific aspects of their lives rather than the whole picture. We might admire someone's career success but overlook the sacrifices they made to get there. We might envy someone's physical fitness without knowing the discipline and challenges it took to maintain it. Every person's life is like an iceberg, with the visible achievements only representing a small portion of the entire story. Beneath the surface lies a lifetime of effort, struggles, setbacks, and resilience. Comparing your behind-the-scenes reality to someone else's highlight reel is not only inaccurate, but also unkind to yourself. Comparison can blind us to our own unique potential. When we focus too much on what others are doing, we risk losing sight of what makes us special. We all have talents, strengths, and abilities that are uniquely ours. No one else in the world has your exact combination of experiences, skills, and perspectives. By constantly measuring yourself against others, you might overlook the incredible things you are capable of achieving. Instead of trying to fit into someone else's mold, celebrate what makes you different and use it as a foundation for your growth. It's also important to recognize that every person faces challenges that aren't always visible. Someone who seems to have a perfect life might be struggling in ways you can't imagine. Social media often exacerbates this by presenting a curated version of reality. The happy photos, career milestones, and exciting adventures people share online rarely tell the full story. When you compare your life to these polished snapshots, you set yourself up for feelings of inadequacy. It's vital to remember that everyone has their own battles, even if they're not visible to the outside world. Instead of comparing yourself to others, shift your focus inward. Reflect on your own growth, progress, and accomplishments. Celebrate the milestones you've reached, no matter how small they might seem. Personal growth isn't about how you measure up to others, it's about becoming the best version of yourself. By concentrating on your own journey, you free yourself from the pressure of meeting external expectations and gain the clarity to pursue what truly matters to you. Another way to appreciate your uniqueness is by practicing gratitude. When you focus on what you have rather than what you lack, you begin to see the abundance in your life. Gratitude shifts your perspective and helps you recognize the value of your experiences, relationships, and achievements. It reminds you that your journey, with all its ups and downs, is worth celebrating. The beauty of embracing your unique journey is that it allows you to find joy in the present moment. When you're not constantly comparing yourself to others, you can fully appreciate where you are and what you've accomplished. You can savor the experiences that make your life meaningful and focus on the things that bring you happiness. Life isn't a competition, and there's no single path to success or fulfillment. By letting go of comparison, you free yourself to explore your own path without the burden of external expectations. You can pursue your passions, develop your talents, and create a life that reflects your true self. When you stop comparing and start embracing your uniqueness, you unlock the potential to achieve things that are authentically yours. Each person's journey is a masterpiece in progress, shaped by countless factors that make it unlike any other. Comparing yourself to others diminishes the value of your own story and distracts you from the incredible journey you are on. Instead of measuring your worth by someone else's success, honor your individuality and trust that your path is exactly where it's meant to be. When you fully embrace your unique journey, you'll find that life becomes richer, more fulfilling, and infinitely more meaningful. What we see in others' lives is often a carefully curated image, a highlight reel of their successes, joys, and milestones. It rarely reflects the full story, the struggles, sacrifices, or setbacks that shape those achievements. This partial perspective is why comparing yourself to others is not only misleading but also harmful to your sense of self-worth. When we fall into the trap of comparison, we risk evaluating ourselves against an incomplete narrative, setting ourselves up for unnecessary feelings of inadequacy or failure. Consider how often we look at someone else's life and think they have it all figured out. Maybe it's a coworker who seems to excel effortlessly, a friend who always looks confident and happy, or a stranger online whose life seems like a dream. What we're seeing is only a small, polished part of their reality, not the sleepless nights, the moments of doubt, or the hard work behind the scenes. It's easy to overlook that everyone has their own set of challenges and insecurities, no matter how perfect their lives may appear on the surface. Social media amplifies this effect, creating an environment where comparison thrives. Platforms like Instagram, Facebook, or TikTok are filled with snapshots of vacations, promotions, fitness achievements, and seemingly perfect relationships. But these are highlights, carefully selected and filtered moments designed to present the best version of a person's life. Rarely do we see the struggles that accompany those moments of triumph. The reality behind a smiling family photo can be tension or exhaustion. The toned physique someone shows off might have come from hours of discipline, self-doubt, and sacrifice. The promotion celebrated in a post might follow years of stress, rejection, and perseverance. When we compare our lives to these highlights, we inevitably feel like we're falling short. We see someone's success and wonder why we haven't achieved the same. We see their happiness and question why we feel moments of sadness or insecurity. This one-sided perspective can make us blind to the richness of our own lives, leading us to undervalue our accomplishments, joys, and growth. We often compare our behind-the-scenes struggles to others' polished exteriors. If you're dealing with a difficult phase in your life, it's tempting to look at someone else's apparent success and think they got it all together. But no one's life is without its challenges. The struggles people face are often hidden, either because they prefer to keep them private or because they're not as easy to share as their successes. Everyone has moments of doubt, failure, and pain. These are universal human experiences, even if they're not visible to the outside world. This tendency to compare isn't just misleading, it's also a drain on our mental and emotional well-being. When we focus on what others have or achieve, we shift our attention away from our own lives. Instead of appreciating our progress or the things that bring us joy, we become fixated on what we perceive as missing. This mindset creates a cycle of dissatisfaction where no matter what we achieve, it never feels like enough because someone else always seems to have more. One of the most liberating realizations is that comparison doesn't reveal the truth about others, nor does it provide an accurate reflection of ourselves. When you stop comparing, you free yourself from the need to measure up to someone else's standards or timeline. You begin to see your own journey as valuable and worthy, even if it looks completely different from anyone else's. Recognizing the incomplete nature of what we see in others' lives also fosters empathy. When we understand that everyone faces challenges, we're less likely to envy their success and more likely to appreciate their effort and resilience. This shift in perspective allows us to celebrate others' achievements without diminishing our own. Instead of feeling threatened by someone else's success, we can use it as inspiration, reminding ourselves that growth and progress are possible for everyone, including us. It's also worth considering that the aspects of others' lives we admire might not align with what truly matters to us. Someone else's success might look appealing from the outside, but if you dig deeper, it might not reflect your own values, passions, or goals. For example, you might envy a friend's high-paying job only to realize that their work-life balance doesn't align with what you want for yourself. Understanding what genuinely matters to you helps you resist the urge to compare and instead focus on building a life that reflects your own priorities. Another critical point is that life is not a zero-sum game. Someone else's success doesn't take away from your potential to succeed. There is enough room in the world for everyone to thrive in their own way. By shifting your mindset from competition to collaboration, you can find joy in others' achievements while pursuing your own goals. When you celebrate others' success, you create a supportive environment where everyone has the opportunity to grow and succeed. Instead of comparing yourself to others, focus on your own growth. Reflect on your journey, the challenges you've overcome, and the progress you've made. Celebrate your unique strengths and the milestones you've reached, no matter how small they might seem. When you focus on your own path, you begin to appreciate the richness and value of your life, rather than constantly looking outward for validation. Comparison robs us of joy and peace by drawing our attention away from the present moment. It creates unnecessary pressure to meet unrealistic standards and distracts us from the things that truly matter. By letting go of comparison, you free yourself to fully embrace your own journey with all its imperfections and beauty. You learn to appreciate your progress, celebrate your achievements, and trust that your path is unfolding exactly as it's meant to. Life is too short to spend it measuring yourself against others. When you stop comparing and start focusing on your own growth, you discover a sense of fulfillment that no amount of external validation can provide. So let go of the need to measure up to others' highlight reels and instead honor the fullness of your own story. It's the only one that truly matters. When we constantly compare ourselves to others, we unconsciously diminish our focus on personal growth and self-improvement. The energy spent scrutinizing someone else's achievements, lifestyle, or abilities could instead be channeled into understanding our own strengths, identifying areas for growth, and working towards our unique goals. This inward focus is essential for cultivating a sense of fulfillment and purpose because true growth happens when we prioritize our own journey over external comparisons. One of the most significant aspects of personal growth is recognizing that everyone's potential is unique. You have skills, talents, and perspectives that are entirely your own, and these are the foundation for your development. However, when you're preoccupied with how others are performing, you may overlook or undervalue these gifts. For instance, someone else's career success might make you feel inadequate, even if you're excelling in an entirely different field that aligns with your passions. By focusing on your own potential rather than someone else's accomplishments, you give yourself the space to thrive in a way that's authentic to you. Focusing inward also allows you to set goals that reflect your values and priorities. When we compare ourselves to others, we often adopt their benchmarks of success without questioning whether those goals align with our own aspirations. For example, seeing someone with a high-paying job might lead you to believe you need to pursue a similar path, even if financial wealth isn't your primary motivator. By turning your attention inward, you can identify what truly matters to you, whether it's creativity, community adventure, or stability, and set goals that honor those priorities. Personal growth requires self-awareness, which is difficult to cultivate when your attention is consumed by comparisons. Self-awareness involves understanding your strengths, weaknesses, desires, and motivations. It's about recognizing what makes you unique and how you can leverage those qualities to create a fulfilling life. When you focus on yourself instead of others, you open the door to deeper self-reflection and a better understanding of who you are and what you want. Another critical component of personal growth is embracing your own pace. Everyone's journey unfolds at its own speed, and there's no universal timeline for success or fulfillment. However, when you compare yourself to others, you may feel pressured to achieve milestones on someone else's schedule. This pressure can lead to frustration and self-doubt, especially if you're measuring your progress against someone who is further along in their journey or has had entirely different circumstances. By focusing on your own path, you can honor your timeline and appreciate the progress you're making, no matter how gradual it may seem. Focusing inward also allows you to build resilience. Life is full of challenges, setbacks, and unexpected turns, and personal growth often involves learning how to navigate these obstacles. When you're constantly comparing yourself to others, it's easy to feel discouraged when your journey seems more difficult or less linear than theirs. However, by prioritizing your own growth, you can develop the resilience to face challenges with confidence and perseverance. You'll recognize that setbacks are a natural part of the process and that they don't diminish your worth or potential. Focusing on your own growth fosters a sense of self-compassion. When we compare ourselves to others, we're often harsh and critical of our perceived shortcomings. This self-criticism can hinder personal growth by creating feelings of inadequacy and low self-esteem. By shifting your focus inward, you can cultivate a kinder, more supportive relationship with yourself. Self-compassion allows you to acknowledge your imperfections without judgment and to approach challenges with patience and understanding. This mindset not only supports your growth, but also enhances your overall well-being. Investing in your own growth also leads to greater fulfillment because it allows you to pursue what genuinely brings you joy and meaning. When you're not distracted by comparisons, you can dedicate your time and energy to activities, relationships, and goals that align with your values. This alignment creates a sense of purpose and satisfaction that external validation can never provide. For example, instead of striving to keep up with someone else's accomplishments, you might focus on developing a skill you're passionate about, building meaningful connections, or contributing to a cause you care about. Focusing inward also encourages you to celebrate your progress. Personal growth isn't just about reaching big milestones, it's about the small, everyday steps you take towards becoming the best version of yourself. When you stop comparing yourself to others, you can acknowledge and appreciate these steps, no matter how small they might seem. Celebrating your progress reinforces your sense of self-worth and motivates you to keep moving forward. Another benefit of focusing on your own growth is that it allows you to develop a stronger sense of self-confidence. Confidence doesn't come from comparing yourself to others. It comes from recognizing and embracing your unique strengths and accomplishments. When you prioritize your own journey, you build a solid foundation of self-assurance that isn't dependent on external validation. This confidence empowers you to take risks, pursue your goals, and navigate life's challenges with resilience and determination. Focusing on your own growth frees you from the constraints of comparison and allows you to live a life that's true to yourself. It's about honoring your individuality and trusting that your journey with all its ups and downs is meaningful and worthwhile. By letting go of the need to measure up to others, you can fully embrace your potential and create a life that reflects your unique values, passions, and aspirations. Personal growth flourishes when you stop comparing yourself to others and instead focus inward. By recognizing your unique strengths, setting authentic goals, and embracing your own pace, you create the conditions for meaningful and lasting growth. This inward focus not only supports your development, but also enhances your well-being, confidence, and sense of purpose. So let go of comparison, turn your attention inward, and commit to the journey of becoming the best version of yourself. It's a journey that's uniquely yours and one that holds limitless potential. Constantly comparing yourself to others can lead to a cycle of discontentment, robbing you of the joy and gratitude for what you already have. Gratitude is one of the most powerful tools for cultivating happiness and a sense of fulfillment, and yet its benefits often go unnoticed when our focus is drawn outward, fixated on what others possess or achieve. When we redirect our attention to our own lives and practice gratitude for our unique blessings, we open ourselves to a world of contentment that cannot be matched by chasing someone else's circumstances. Gratitude is not merely about acknowledging what you have, it's about embracing it wholeheartedly and understanding its value. It shifts your mindset from a place of scarcity, focusing on what you lack, to a place of abundance, where you see the richness in your life as it already exists. For instance, someone might have a larger house or a more prestigious job, but your home filled with love and comfort, or your role imbued with meaning and purpose might bring you a deeper satisfaction. When you focus on what you appreciate in your life, you naturally lessen the desire to compare yourself to others, as your attention is centered on what brings you happiness in your unique journey. Living with gratitude also helps you recognize the non-material aspects of life that contribute to true contentment. Relationships, health, personal growth, and experiences often hold far more value than possessions or accolades. However, when we compare ourselves to others, we may overlook these treasures, placing undue emphasis on superficial achievements or material gains. Practicing gratitude allows us to refocus on what truly matters, such as the love of family and friends, the joy of pursuing passions, or the satisfaction of overcoming challenges. These elements, unique to your own life, become sources of enduring happiness when you take the time to acknowledge and appreciate them. Another transformative aspect of gratitude is its ability to reshape your perspective on challenges and setbacks. Life is filled with ups and downs, and it's easy to feel disheartened when facing difficulties, especially if it seems like others are navigating life with ease. However, when you adopt an attitude of gratitude, you begin to see challenges as opportunities for growth and learning. For example, a failure at work might teach you resilience, while a difficult relationship could deepen your understanding of empathy and communication. By focusing on the lessons and strengths gained from these experiences, you cultivate a sense of empowerment that diminishes the need to compare your struggles to someone else's successes. Gratitude also fosters a sense of self-acceptance and contentment with who you are. When you compare yourself to others, you often measure your worth based on external factors such as appearance, wealth, or status, which can lead to feelings of inadequacy. Gratitude shifts this focus inward, encouraging you to appreciate your own qualities, talents, and achievements. You might not look like a model or have the financial success of a CEO, but you possess qualities that make you unique and valuable. Perhaps you're kind-hearted, creative, or tenacious traits that contribute meaningfully to your life and the lives of those around you. Recognizing and valuing these aspects of yourself through gratitude strengthens your self-esteem and reduces the impulse to compare. The practice of gratitude also enhances your overall mental and emotional well-being. Studies have consistently shown that gratitude is linked to lower levels of stress, anxiety, and depression, as well as higher levels of happiness and life satisfaction. When you focus on the positive aspects of your life and express gratitude for them, you naturally create a more optimistic and resilient outlook. This shift in perspective not only improves your relationship with yourself, but also influences how you perceive others. Instead of feeling envious or threatened by someone else's success, you can genuinely celebrate their achievements, knowing that their journey doesn't diminish your own. Gratitude further strengthens relationships, which are a fundamental source of happiness and fulfillment. When you're focused on comparing yourself to others, it's easy to fall into a mindset of competition or resentment, which can strain connections with friends, family, or colleagues. Practicing gratitude helps you appreciate the people in your life and the roles they play in your happiness. You might feel grateful for a friend's support during a tough time, a partner's love and companionship, or a mentor's guidance in your career. Expressing this gratitude not only deepens these bonds, but also fosters a sense of belonging and mutual appreciation, which enriches your life in ways that material achievements never could. Gratitude also allows you to redefine what success means to you. When you stop comparing yourself to others, you can focus on your own values and aspirations rather than chasing societal expectations or someone else's definition of success. For example, instead of striving to match a colleague's professional achievements, you might feel grateful for the work-life balance you've cultivated or the opportunity to pursue a career aligned with your passions. This realignment with your values, driven by gratitude, helps you create a life that feels authentic and fulfilling rather than one dictated by external pressures. Another profound benefit of gratitude is its ability to enhance your appreciation for the present moment. Comparison often pulls your attention away from the here and now, fixating it on a past you can't change or a future you can't control. Gratitude anchors you in the present, encouraging you to savor the simple joys of life: a beautiful sunset, a heartfelt conversation, or the satisfaction of completing a task. By fully embracing these moments, you cultivate a sense of contentment that transcends the need to compare or compete. Gratitude nurtures a sense of abundance that empowers you to give back. When you feel grateful for the blessings in your life, you're more likely to share them with others, whether through acts of kindness, generosity, or encouragement. This outward expression of gratitude not only strengthens your connection to others, but also reinforces your own sense of purpose and fulfillment. You begin to see that life is not a competition, but a shared journey where supporting and uplifting one another brings greater joy than any comparison ever could. Practicing gratitude is a powerful antidote to the harmful effects of comparison. By shifting your focus to the unique blessings in your life, you cultivate a sense of contentment, self-acceptance, and purpose that cannot be shaken by external influences. Gratitude empowers you to appreciate who you are, embrace your journey, and find joy in the present moment. It enriches your relationships, enhances your well-being, and helps you live a life aligned with your values. In choosing gratitude over comparison, you unlock the true potential for lasting happiness and fulfillment.